You can do Hunter's fine.
Hunter from Agufish.
Hunter from Agufish. Hunter, Agufish. It all works.
Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and I'm here with Hunter from Agufish. Hey, Hunter.
What's up?
We're going to film an extended episode of Get a Riff of This. And the idea of this, if you haven't seen it or if I haven't launched any of the videos yet, if this is the first one, is the idea is what is the first thing you play when you pick up a guitar? We talk about some riffs, we play them, maybe go through them real slow if you're curious, and that's about it. Does that make any lick of sense?
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, I also play first riffs when I pick up a guitar, so, I mean, this is perfect.
Yeah, first riffs are great. We are here at 42 Gear Street 5 in Weilburg, Germany, and I just want to give a quick thank you to Ibanez. I'm playing this, what is this? An SML 721 in Rose Gold Chameleon. This is amazing. It's really thin.
Yeah, the flip-flop finish is really cool.
It's gorgeous. Oh, shit.
Right?
I didn't notice that. Wow. And you're playing a PJD?
Yeah. It's like a Telecaster
I think it's a Les Paul.
Les Paul thing, with the Telecaster headstock and it's roasted maple. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Look at this. It's got
weighs nothing.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on here, and I really like it.
Yeah, we're playing through an orange amp. I don't know
Potentially.
The
OR30?
OR30?
Yeah.
And thank you to Sweetwater, by the way, for sponsoring
Oh, yeah?
this event. Yeah, and me coming here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that must be nice.
All right, so let's talk about riffs. You're playing not a baritone.
Before you dive into the playing, sorry, does someone want to... the guy standing behind you, can he pull the curtain? Just someone...
Hey, Rick. So what are you going to play?
So I usually start out, everybody starts out with just like, you know, fucking cowboy chords. Can I swear on this channel?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so you start with like fucking cowboy chords. Before, the main riff that I usually start with, if I pick up a guitar in standard tuning, is tuning down to drop D. But
you can do that.
if I'm in standard, it's usually a Metallica riff of some kind. So my current favorite is Shortest Straw because it's got a lot of, well, you hear it, so it's... So it really gets the chug muscles going.
The chug muscles, that's a technical term.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's got a lot of down picking, obviously, because it's Metallica, but it's also got the kind of digga digga thing,
Totally,
right?
yeah.
And so that's usually what I'll play for, you know, a good 5 minutes because, you know, ooga booga chug brain.
Nice.
But then when we get down to... So that's the second riff is, you know, drop D. And then I like a good bit of, do you like Alter Bridge?
Is that the band that Miles Kennedy was there?
Yes. So it's Creed.
I'm familiar.
Okay.
Creed and the third lead singer of Still Dragon? Not Still Dragon. What was it? The movie Rockstar? Oh, wait.
Yeah. Okay, that's a deep cut. Let's go. So the second riff that I like is called Isolation, right? And it goes...
I didn't know Alter Bridge did stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
I've only
really
ever heard
cool.
their singles, and I don't remember them, like, at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I don't. No.
So, yeah, they started off as, you know, because Creed broke up, and then they got a new singer. They got Miles Kennedy in. And they, the record label was expecting another Creed. And then they started playing stuff like that, and the record label's like, all right, well, I think you can find a new record label now.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's what you need.
Yeah, and yeah, so I really like that one because it's got, it's like power chord based, right? But it's also got these big stretches.
What is that? So I obviously not in the same tuning, but where do you start on that one?
So you start with, it's a big open, like 3, 8, 7.
Okay.
And then open 8, 7, 5.
Yeah.
So you're basically doing this whole, you know, moving around here. But the thing that I really like about them, this is when I learned about voicing power chords differently. Because
Yeah.
usually, you know, every kid starts out some kind of monster, like, right?
Yeah.
But this one, I was like, oh, instead of just a regular power chord on 8, you can go all the way up to 12. So it gives it an extra,
So you start on 8 and then you go up to 12?
yeah.
Obviously, I'm not in the right tuning. But, yes, we are filming. So
We're filming something fierce.
So where is your pinky on? So
So it's 8 and then 12 is where your pinky is.
on what string?
On the D string.
Like that?
yeah.
Oh, sick.
So it's like that. And then when you're going down, it's so it's the 3 power chord. I don't know theory, but it's 3. That you're adding an extra 7
Okay.
on the D string. So it's down to 3.
Oh, 3.
3 and
You said
8. Or 3 and 7, 3 and
I was
7,
like,
3 and 7,
God
3 and 7, 3 and
damn,
7. Sorry. But you see
I feel
how
like
it,
I'm
like,
being punked.
but you see how it changes like the voice
Yeah,
of
totally.
the chord? And then for the 0, so it goes. And then for 0, instead you'd usually go. Instead, you're doing 5 on the A string and 4 on the D string. But me as like a chug chug ooga booga whatever, like to me that was mind blowing because that was the
Yeah.
first time I realized it's like, hey, you can add all these different colors to what you're doing in a big chuggy riff, and
Yeah.
it'll sound really cool.
Add some sustained stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
And so again, it helps like, you know, warm up the chug chug muscles, but it also gets you in a more creative mood than just,
Yeah.
you know, hammering away at like open D power chords, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So those are my 2 main riffs that I go to when I'm
Nice.
picking up a guitar for the first time.
Cool. Yeah. I don't do a lot of open D, but when I do, I'll take the. I think I'm kind of tuned right, but I really like open D and drop D. Drop
Open D is a whole nother thing. Like, have you ever tried dad tuning? So good.
I think Third Eye Blind use that sometimes. Like,
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes. Like that was like one of the first bands I really like listened to. But you can do a little bit of drop D in country. I will embarrass myself here, but. In country.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
country loves kind of like playing D chords, like writing in D,
Yeah.
capo wherever you need it, because it's country music. But then you just get that big open. But I knew a
Yeah.
guy who, in my songwriting program, because I studied songwriting in college and then dropped out of that program.
Oh, that's fancy.
He always said his go-to was just, he's like, I'll just go and open, drop D. And I'm like, okay, well, that was his crutch. So he talked
Yeah.
about having crutches a lot. But yeah, you can do a little
Drop
bit.
D is 100% my crutch.
But that stretch reminds me of, and that's actually weirdly the second time I've played this, going to be playing this riff at Gear Street, because I played it on Andy's show about the 80s. Going back up to, come on, you got it. Purple Rain.
Uh-huh.
So Prince wrote Purple Rain, obviously. But when he wrote it, it's kind of a country song, so he handed it off to Wendy Melvoin, his guitarist, to see what she could do with it. And
I don't know that.
yeah,
That's
she
really
did
cool.
some big open stuff. So. It's like some sort of sustained chord. I don't know, theory. If your hands are big, you can also play it. But mine aren't. So I think this is sufficient, a chord. So that's up on the 6th fret. So it's A string 6 and then going down 8, 10, 8. I start with that song a lot because it's a stretchy kind of thing. And so
Okay.
I'm getting like working my way around the fretboard.
That's a really cool chord. I like that. It's that voice down here that I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah, right? Because like,
Yeah.
oh, A. Or, I'm sorry, what chord am I? E flat. It's kind of this. And then if you really had the reach, you'd probably go like.
That I do recognize because like in drop D, it's just like
It's
it
a
would
lot
obviously
easier.
be here, right? And that I
Yeah.
use all the time. But
That's
that
cool.
extra voice up here, that's really cool. Yeah, see what I mean
Yeah.
about like the stretchy chords
It's
and
important. Yeah.
and learning those riffs that have those stretchiness to it.
Totally.
And then you add them to your own riffs, and it's just like, for me especially, like learning something like that and adding that, it's like, how can I fit that into a chug riff?
Oh, same,
that also
yeah.
sounds like, you know, not totally ooga booga.
Like obviously, like that those stretches you were teaching me, like you can't really reach that very easily. So.
I think you might be doing an absolutely ridiculous
shit.
one down to 6. That's crazy.
Wait, what? Okay,
it was
so
8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Yeah. But you were
12,
doing
and then I'm
6 to 12. What the fuck? Okay, cool.
People are like, women can't play guitar, they got small hands. I'm like, well, about that.
So that's the first one that you... No, you just you thought of that one because I was doing the stretchy stuff.
Yeah,
So
but
it's-
I do start kind of early with that a lot,
Okay.
just because it does stretch things out. But it just kind of depends on them. Obviously, we all know it depends on our mood. What do we want to play that day? But I do a lot of alternate picking too. So like the pick in this hand and then these two fingers. So. Yeah, so that is like you're barring on the 5th fret and then the open string. So you're just barring those top 2 strings. So then you're hammering down. Wait, once you think about it. There you go. So you hammer down on the. And then.
Doing with your picking hand while you're
So
doing that.
what I'm doing is I'm going down on the A string, and then I'm picking up, I'm pinching, I should say, these two, the B and the G string together. So plucking the A, and then I'm pinching the B and G strings, which are being barred.
Mhm.
And I'm hammering down on the G string from the 5th fret to the 6th. And then I'm barring on the 7th on both. And then I'm making, essentially, I'm going up 7, 7. I'm hammering B string 8, G string 9. It's all in A. So that's just a really kind of classic country thing. It's like, this is just an A chord.
This is super cool because like I've always wanted to learn how to do that, but
Yeah.
like I've never had someone actually explain how to do it because I saw Chris Robertson from Blackstone Cherry. He's
Oh.
one of my favorite guitarists of all time, right? I was talking to him and he was doing all this like crazy like I don't know, chicken picking, and I was like,
Yeah.
how do you do that? And he's like, oh yeah, it's simple. You just like fucking,
Oh
and
my
then I'm like,
God.
dude, that was completely unhelpful. So
Steve
like,
Salvage from The Whole Study is the same way when you're like asking him how to play something. He's like, oh yeah, it's easy. You just do
Yeah.
like. He's like, well, I'm like, because he likes to play Purple Rain. So I'm like, how do you do it? He's like, well, honestly, like the only part you need to really know. I'm way too high. There's too many frets on this guitar. I And he's like, and then you can just do whatever you want. And then you go. And then you go. And then he's like. And you're like, and he's like, listen over. I'm like, great. Thanks. Love you, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, okay.
But
I'm going to practice
the
that.
key isn't all in the right hand. It's kind of the same in, like, chug, chug, chug.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like, people always worry about the left hand or the fretting hand. They don't really worry enough about...
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really because like, if you're not thinking about your right hand, then you're not thinking about, like, playing in the pocket or anything like that. You're just, like, kind of noodling.
My left hand is incredibly slow, so this is all that I have.
I don't know how people do the I was playing a cover show for Linda Ronstadt, and I don't know if you know children's movies, but Fievel's An American Tale. There's a song called Somewhere Out There in that film. It's Linda Ronstadt that sings it, and then there's like this heavy metal guitar solo out of nowhere. It's like, and it starts with. Like, I don't know how to get that articulated. And it's just like, okay. But, like, there's that intro. I'm like, I'm not going to fuck with that on, like, live. I can't do it.
Yeah, I quickly learned that I'm very much a rhythm player.
Oh, I like
and a riff player. Mm-hmm. And I don't even... I think if I liked solos more, then I would practice. Or maybe that's just an excuse that I have.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't like improvising solos. It's not something I ever got a lot of strength in, honestly, so I just don't like doing it.
Compensating. Yeah. All right, so...
Know your strengths.
So what I've learned... So I need to practice that, because going back to what you were saying about drop D and country, have you ever heard of Maylene and the Sons of Disaster?
No.
They're like a country metal screaming band. It's like the former singer of The Used.
Oh, what?
Like,
that
was
guy?
front running. Yeah.
He dated Kelly Clarkson for a while.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Dallas something?
I don't know. Did they have that video where he's like in the coffin with a lighter?
The Used or Maylene?
The Used.
I only know that he was in The Used. I'm not gonna say anything bad about The Used on camera. No, they're great. Yeah, probably.
Got nothing to say about The Used, period.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm on the right channel. But they've got like really cool, like clean intros that, like.
Rain chord too.
Yeah. So it's like super sick.
That was sick. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to I was always trying to figure out how to like take that but make it sound even more country with like the chicken picking. And I'm not gonna play that now because like I'm gonna make a fool of myself. But yeah, they do like really cool. That kind of stuff. It just sounds so nice.
One of the cool wild things about chicken picking is the idea is you never strum up with the pick. You never go up on it.
Oh, okay.
It's always down. Then all your downs. If you can avoid it. Like I personally, I'm not good enough to avoid it. Yeah.
You're gonna see me all day at Gear Street. Sorry, at Gear Street. At Gear Street. You're just gonna see me just like in the tents, just like. All right, ask me in a week.
All right, I will absolutely. Well, I think that was pretty good. Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. Please go follow Agufish, whose channel is much larger than mine, so that's kind of a funny thing for me to say.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's big.
Because it's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you again to Henning, Paulie, everyone else here helping and working the cameras and stuff at 42 Gear Street 5. Thank you to Ibanez, PJD, Orange. Thank you to Sweetwater. Check out affiliate links in the video description. And links to this like a lot. There's so many. This is like the pinnacle of like overkill. Like there's so many cameras.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cameras.
Yeah.
I've never used more than 2.
You guys can't even see.
Shit, there's a
look at all
6th
the lights
one.
everywhere.
I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah.
Like
Like I don't know about you, but I keep looking up at like the giant like 60-inch monitor instead of at the camera.
yeah, I mean normally my monitoring is just like the camera
Yeah.
flipped around and pointing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's close. I'm like I can't be looking up.
It's not even like I'm a narcissist or anything. I just can't look away. I'm just a moth, man. So I'm just looking at the big lights.
I want to make sure that I'm like in a good like spot. Personally, I'm like,
Oh, you're
how's
in a
my
great
hair?
spot.
How's
Oh,
my
you're in
hair?
a fantastic spot.
Oh my god, I forgot to bring my brush today. All right, well, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for understanding. Click like, comment, subscribe, etc. Until next time, my name is Emily.
I'm Hunter, and thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Well, goodbye.